Hello, do you find anything special in the way I look now? It's freezing indeed. It's raining cats and dogs in Bangalore today. When I commenced my journey en route to this beautiful city, there were no signs or indicators of an imminent rainfall. But nevertheless, it began raining out of the blue. What to do now, as I am here without the most essential thing at the time of rain, an umbrella. Oh, that doesn't matter. Let me just go back and come after changing this red dress, or else I may catch cold and fever. And you know what happens then in this time of COVID-19? I will be admitted to an isolation ward for quite a long time. So why should I take such a risk? Wait for a while. I will be right back. So, dear students, did you try to think and figure out the reason behind sudden changes in weather conditions? It's really strange, isn't it? If so, shall we learn about weather and climate today? So now let's have a definition for weather and climate. So what do you mean by weather? Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular time and particular place. It keeps on changing. For example, in the morning the weather may be cool, and at noon it may become very hot, and while come to evening it may become pleasant. So it keeps on changing. So while we are thinking about climate, what is climate? Climate is the average weather condition of a place for a long period of time, such as 20 to 30 years. So different parts of the world experiences different types of climate. Okay, so it influences the lifestyle of the people, their food habits, the house they live in, etc. So the changes in the climate give rise to seasons. You know what are the seasons? 5 major seasons, you know. See, I am going to write it here. Swamps. What? Swamps. Swamps means summer, winter, autumn, monsoon and spring, right? So these are the 5 major seasons. Now let's have a look into the difference between weather and climate. Okay, so first we'll think about weather. So it is the daily condition of the atmosphere at a particular place. So it is the daily condition of the atmosphere at a particular place. And while come to climate, what is that? So it is the sum total of the average weather conditions over a long period. That is what we explain now. When come to the next, it may change many times during a day. This is what the feat I felt today. Okay. So come next, it changes after a long period. Okay. So the third, it affects the daily life of people. So the changes in the weather affects the daily life of the people. So come here, what happens with the changes in climate? It affects the food habit, occupation, etc. So the last point is, the scientists who study weather are called meteorologists. It's just like a tongue twister, okay? Meteorologist. And come to climate, the scientists who study climate are called climatologists. Please remember the two words, meteorologist for weather and climatologist for climate. So now let's learn about the factors influencing the climate. So there are 5 factors that influence the climate. So the first one, the distance from the equator. The second is altitude. Third, distance from the sea. Fourth is direction of the wind. And the fifth is rainfall and humidity. So now let's learn about the first point, that is distance from equator. So look at the diagram. The areas near the equatorial region, so they receive more sunlight than any other latitudes. So this area will become very hot and humid than any other altitudes. So the sun rays falling on the equatorial area are vertical and thus spreads over a small little area. So thus it will be very hot. So the same way, while we move towards the poles from the equator, the sun rays are slanting. So thus it has to cover a large area. So what we can say that the North Pole and the South Pole and the areas nearby the poles will be always cold. So the next point is altitude. What do you mean by altitude? Altitude is the height above the sea level. So here how it affects the climate. See, the places situated at higher altitudes are much cooler than the places situated at lower altitudes, like the mountain ranges like Kulu, Manali, Shimla, etc. are cold even in summer. While come to the down area, that is plains, the places situated at the lower altitudes are always hot. They are experiencing extreme climate, so cold in winter and so hot in summer. So the climate of a place is also affected by the distance from the sea. So the places situated far away from the sea experience extreme climate. As I said, extreme climate means so hot in summer and so cold in winter. The same way, the places situated near the sea have a moderate climate. So this is because of the two types of winds, that is sea breeze and land breeze. So let's learn about what is sea breeze. So during the day, the land heats up faster and this causes the air above it to warm up. The warm air then rises and makes way for the cool air from the sea to blow towards the land. So that means the wind that blows from sea to land is known as sea breeze. Now let's have a look into land breeze. At night, the sea remains warm because it loses its heat slowly when compared to the land. The air above the sea warms up and makes way for the cool breeze from the land to blow towards the sea, just opposite of the sea breeze. The wind which blows from land to sea is known as land breeze. So the fourth point is direction of the wind. So how it affects the climate of a place. So the wind which blows from the hot regions will tend to increase the temperature of the place. Similarly, the wind which blows from the cold areas tend to decrease the temperature of the particular place. For example, in North India, in summer, they experience a extreme climate because the wind blowing those areas are dry. The same way in Delhi during winter, what is happening? They experience very cold because the wind which is coming there is coming from where? From the Himalayas. Himalayas are covered with snow throughout the year, so it will be obviously cold. So the next point is rainfall and humidity. Let's see how it affects the climate of a place. So what do you mean by humidity? Humidity is the presence of moisture or water vapor in the air, that is known as humidity. Humidity also affects the climate of a place as it causes rainfall. In some very cold regions, humidity causes snowfall instead of rainfall. So the coastal areas are more humid because the wind blowing over that area is coming from where? From sea, and it carries a lot of moisture. But in the same way, while we are thinking about the desert, what is happening? It is very dry. There is very scanty rainfall just because the wind blowing over that area is very dry. So dear kids, now we will discuss about the heat zones of the world. Okay. So different parts of the world experience different types of climate. Okay. So based on the sunlight received from the sun, it is divided into three heat zones, that is torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. Let's see what is torrid zone. So you can see here the picture and different latitudes. So about the latitudes we have already learned in the previous chapter. So here you can watch the sun rays are coming directly towards the equator. So the equatorial regions like
Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn is known as torrid zone. This is the hottest area of the earth as it receives direct sun rays from the sun. Okay, so the next one is temperate zone. The next area is temperate zone. It lies between 66.5 degree north, that is Arctic Circle, and 23.5 degree north, that is Tropic of Cancer in northern hemisphere. And in southern hemisphere, it lies between 23.5 degree, that is Tropic of Capricorn, and 66.5 degrees south, that is Antarctic Circle. So these areas are known as what? Temperate zone. So what is the speciality? The sun rays are slanting. Look at the sun rays, it is slanting. It's coming slanting over here. So they experience a moderate temperature, neither too hot nor too cold. And now come to the last, that is frigid zone. So you can see the sun rays are extremely slanting towards the poles. Okay, so this frigid zone lies between 90 degree north, that is North Pole, and between Arctic Circle. So this area is known as frigid zone in northern hemisphere, and welcome to the southern hemisphere where it will be just opposite, 90 degrees south and between Antarctic Circle. So this is frigid zone, and they experience extreme cold climate, and this area will be covered with snow, and the vegetation also will be very scanty. Got it?
So now let's have a glance, that is the mind map of the chapter. So weather and climate, we have learned what is weather and what is climate. Weather, what do you mean by weather? Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular period of time, and the climate is, it is the average weather condition for a long period of time. And we learned about the factors influencing the climate. What are the factors influencing the climate of a place? Okay, first one is the distance from the equator, the next is altitude, and the next is distance from the sea, and the fourth one is direction of the wind, and the last fifth one is humidity and rainfall. And then we learned about the different heat zones, that is torrid zone, temperate zone, and frigid zone. So hope you all have enjoyed the video. So I will be back with the latest one. Till then, bye bye.